Guys, welcome to a very special edition of Ashes Bashes. I am Ashes of Ashes Anomaly, and I decided that instead of just launching February 1st, there's so much that's been going on in this last week and a half, 2 weeks, as far as current events goes, that I kind of need to get some off my chest. So, I'd like to start with the Piers Morgan gun controversy. Piers Morgan is not usually somebody that I tend to watch. I gotta say he's probably not one of my favorite people out there, and I tend to find him kind of obnoxious. However, right now, he's currently trying to essentially support I want to say banning of guns, but we know what the United States, they're always going to have their guns. So, I guess let's call it a reduction of the amount of guns, or controlling the gun population, if you will, a little bit better. And there's quite a few people that he's been discussing this with that are going absolutely insane over even just the pure thought of not being able to own firearms anymore. There was one particular gentleman who, I'm sorry to say, I can't even remember his name because I was just so baffled by his reaction towards not being able to have a gun anymore, that he literally went ballistic on him and started, I mean, not screaming at him, but it was pretty darn close. And I'm thinking in my head, after what's happened, even in the last year, and I'm even within the Christmas season that's just passed and the New Year's, there's been a handful of situations, shootings, or murders, senseless murders that are taking place that, I mean, had we, or I should say, had the United States, Canada, had the United States done something to prevent this in lieu of not allowing anyone and everyone to have a firearm just because of the potential possibility that you may perhaps get into a situation where you would need to use one. God forbid we use our words first. Like, what the hell is going on in the States? Why is it that as soon as something bad happens, or as soon as someone gets on your property and they're uninvited, you shoot them? You shoot them. Or you beat them with your gun, or you at least take your gun out and threaten them with it. There's no rhyme or reason for this, people. Get the guns out of the picture and see what happens. Do a trial phase. Get what Piers Morgan is saying, get it together. Make it happen. Because, yeah, this guy's from Britain, and yeah, maybe he's not, the most appealing person to watch on television, especially considering I don't remember what shows he's been on, but I think he was a judge on some singing show, like X Factor or whatever, or no, America's Got Talent. I think that's what it was. He was a judge on America's Got Talent. So, anyhow, like I said, he's not my favorite person. You don't hear much about him, but I think what he's trying to do and what he's trying to advocate is really, really, really great, and I think more people need to get behind him, and I think that the ones that aren't need to take 2 seconds to think about the real reasons why this is being put on the table. It's not because we're saying that, nobody can manage to handle and use a gun safely and properly and follow the laws and that kind of thing. It's just a matter of unfortunate circumstance now that there are a lot that we can't trust. And unfortunately, like in school, when 1 or 2 or 3 screw it over, then the whole class gets screwed. So, in this case, all of the United States gets screwed. In all reality, it's for the greater good of America. It's for the greater good of our children. It's for the greater good of just human nature and human beings and interactions. And I think we need to maybe get over the guns and maybe start working on our communication skills again. Maybe start working on, advocating to our children right from wrong and teaching them how to properly deal with situations and confrontations instead of automatically going to assaulting the person or, abusing them verbally or physically. I mean, that's not the option. And unfortunately, we live in a society now where that seems to be the first thought that goes into somebody's head when they're in a crisis situation is, I'm just gonna beat the shit out of them and that will save my life. Granted, I'm sure in a lot of cases that is probably the right way to go, but not in all of them. Squash that. Next on the agenda, super random, I've been eating these Terry's chocolate orange segments, and the other day I came across this one particular segment, and they've all got these messages on them, the ones that are like pre-segmented. So I open this segment up, and it says, "You diva." And I'm thinking to myself, what? How on earth does a chocolate company, get off putting "You diva!" exclamation point on a Terry's chocolate segment? You're assuming that only women eat your chocolate? I mean, I guess men could be called divas, but in reality here, women are usually the divas. We aren't the only ones that enjoy your chocolate, Terry's. Squash that. Third and final one for today, because this one really got me. Last night I was watching it was Anderson Cooper. I was watching Anderson Cooper live, or whatever his name is. Anderson, yes, it is Anderson Cooper. Okay, cool. I still got a brain. I promise it's there. So Anderson live. And they had this mother-daughter couple. Well, I shouldn't say couple, but this mother-daughter duo that are creating pornography together. And they have actually taken it as far as to call it a business venture. Now, excuse my moment of silence, but I have very mixed feelings about this, as I'm sure most of you will too. So I don't mind my child in the background. So, mother-daughter, they seem like they have a very solid relationship, which is great. I mean, a lot of mothers and daughters would love to have a very close bond. No questions there. However, not aware of many mothers and daughters that are comfortable at the ages that these two people are to be naked amongst one another, let alone doing sexual activities within the same room and beside each other. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know if I want to understand. It's one of those things where, like, I get it. Okay, you guys are close, and yeah, you think it's cool, probably, and the daughter said she loves the attention. She's not gonna lie, she loves the attention. Well, that's cool, but how could you be having sex right beside your mom, girl? Like, like, I'm getting shivers just thinking about the thought of me having sexual activities of any kind, nakedness and all, like, beside my mom. What the F, man? So, I'd like to know what you guys think about all these topics today. This mother-daughter couple, they call themselves Meet the Sextons, so if you guys are brave enough, check it out, I guess. I'm not going to be posting any links. I don't want to support that. Talking about it was plenty. I think it's weird. I think it's very strange. I think that, sorry about that. Good for them, I guess, for taking that dive into that pool. But find another pool to swim in, ladies, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's one thing, we're in the 21st century. One woman in the audience in the show said, oh, well, you know, we're in the 21st century now, something along the lines of how, who are we to judge? Well, first off, we are a society in which we judge. Everybody, everywhere, every day, everybody does it. So, who are we to judge? Well, we're humankind. We're human nature. Like, that's just what we do, is we judge people. So that's number one. And number two, it's kind of incestual, but it's not. Like, it's creating this really fine line between what's okay and what's not okay to be doing with your family members. I mean, it's like having two sisters doing that together in the same room. Like, I guess some people can, like, mentally push the dirtiness out of the equation, but, I mean, it's your family. There's certain things. It's like, it'd be like having sex with your brother, or going in a room and doing a porno with your brother, but you guys don't kiss and don't touch each other, so it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Not okay. Yeah, not okay. So, let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, perhaps your concerns. Let me know if you guys think that, you know, we are living in a new day and age now. And like Dr. Phil says, we need a new set of rules and a new rule book for essentially the new world we're living in. You know, we can't go by the same, you know, guidelines as the 1950s, for example. You know, like, things were really, in my opinion, I think things were kind of great back then. Things made sense. There was a consequence to, excuse me, sorry. There's a consequence to your actions. If you did something bad, you got told. I like that. Structure, rules, boundaries, and limitations. I'm a big, big fan of that. So, squash that. I will be seeing you all very, very soon. I'm going to be probably doing another one of these little videos next week because I have a very, very good feeling there's going to be way too much going on the news for me to refrain from posting another video for you guys. So, again, let me know what you think. This is more just kind of a rant today because I don't know what the hell is going on in this world sometimes. Some of the stuff that I see on the news and I see on TV, it just make my brain do somersaults and cartwheels and, well, and then I just get dizzy and Today is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you when I see you. Bye.